What's poppin', YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here is if your midheaven is in the sign of Virgo. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your midheaven, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important to study yourself, to love yourself, and to understand yourself through astrology or numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize that your midheaven is in the sign of Virgo, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now, you already know, before I start, I'm going to give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what midheaven and Virgo people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Kim Kardashian, Eminem, Bruce Lee, Bob Marley, Alicia Keys, Nelson Mandela, Erykah Badu, Jhené Aiko, Kelly Rowland, Jessica Biel, and Diana Ross. Alright, so boom, midheaven and Virgo. First of all, what does midheaven mean? What does it represent? How do you find your midheaven? So when you're looking at your birth chart, looking at the circle, you're going to see two bold lines. It's going to look like a bold cross. The bold lines going horizontally represents your ascendant and your descendant. The ascendant is your rising sign. Descendant is opposite from your rising sign. The opposite of your rising sign is your descendant. So that's the horizontal bold line. Then you're going to see a vertical bold line. On the top is going to say MC. That represents medium Coeli, medium Celli. That's what your midheaven is. Your midheaven is your MC. Don't just look at your 10th house and say, oh, my 10th house is in Virgo, so I'm a midheaven in Virgo. Look for those two small letters, MC, and that's what's going to tell you what your midheaven is. And on the top of that bold line, the opposite of that bold line is your IC, or Imam Coeli, Imam Celli. That is the inner part of your life. So the midheaven is like the persona that you give out to the public. It's like your reputation, your public image. Because remember, the 10th house energy is like that, Capricorn, all about the status. So when you're talking about your career path and what kind of like career energy, what kind of energy you give out in your career field, that is what your midheaven is going to tell you. What kind of energy you give out when it comes to your public persona, your public reputation, basically. The opposite of your midheaven is your IC. That's the 4th house cusp. So that's like your private life. That's the kind of energy you grew up in. That's like your family life, your childhood, the kind of energy that you have been living in your privacy. So to understand your midheaven, to understand why you give out the energy you give out from your midheaven, you have to understand where you came from, your roots, your IC. So having a midheaven in Virgo, automatically the opposite of Virgo is Pisces, so your IC is Pisces. So your family life, your private life, your inner core private life is Pisces. So what does that mean? You had a very Pisces type childhood. So what does this mean? Is like y'all kind of grew up in an environment that you didn't really understand things until like you either left home or you were kind of put on a little later than what was like really happening, kind of thing. So like y'all grew up in an environment that your parents kind of created a different reality for you that wasn't real, kind of thing. Because, you know, Pisces is like all about ruled by the 12th house, so it represents like delusions and illusions, things that are not really seen, like tangibly, things that's kind of hard to figure out, kind of thing. So your childhood, you kind of grew up, you probably were born into a family, like if you're like the last child, you kind of born into a family that had things going on already, but they didn't really like let you in on what's really real going on or what's really truly like happening. So they kind of built up and kind of created a reality for you that wasn't real in a way. So y'all grew up kind of confused, as in like when you left home, you like, damn, so my childhood was really like this, but I always thought it was like this. Or my parents kind of, I'm not gonna say that they lied to you, but they kind of like just created a whole different sense of reality for you than what was really real in a way. So like y'all kind of grew up not really knowing, like you could have had like not a lot of boundaries in a way, because you know Pisces represents like no boundaries. So you could have had like a lot of freedom type thing, like no boundaries, kind of like living in a false sense of reality when it comes to your family life. You could have also dealt with like in your family life like a lot of self-destructive behavior, so like alcoholism or anything like that. Anything had to deal with you being out of reality, being taken out of reality and going into like another realm kind of thing. So you kind of really didn't have a pinpoint understanding of what your family life was like until after you left the house, or until after you grew up and you had to sit back and actually think about what really happened to you. So understand that you come from an environment that wasn't really on point with the details, that was really like, dreamy, outside of reality, not didn't have a little sense of what was truly going on. So y'all grew up, and then when it comes to your outer persona, when it comes to when you go into the workplace, that makes y'all really, really pay attention and really adamant on making sure you understand what's going on. So y'all really like tremendous detail oriented people when it comes to your public persona. Now remember, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so y'all very intellectual, but Virgo is the most detail oriented sign. Y'all heard this all the time before. So because y'all came from an environment that you didn't really understand what's going on kind of thing, when y'all go out in public, y'all are really on point. Like, all right, so I gotta make sure this is right. I gotta make sure this is perfect. I gotta make sure I know what's going on. I gotta organize this thing. I gotta make sure like y'all are really on point with the details when it comes to your public life, your public career, your public persona, your public reputation, because y'all came from an environment that wasn't really detail oriented like that anyway. So at work, y'all gonna be the type that are always kind of like very critical on others, making sure they're doing things right, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, like making sure you're making everybody look like, all right, so this is what has to be done, like organizing things. But all in all, the kind of job that y'all love doing is like being of service to people, whether it's like having like a cleaning company, whether it's being like a customer service representative, like anything like that you're actually being of help and serving to people. That's what makes y'all soul feel good. That's what makes y'all fulfilled. Y'all not really about the ego-ness like the Leo midheaven. Like Leo midheaven wants to be front and center. They want to be like, look at me, like I'm shining. Y'all more work like behind the scenes, because remember, Pisces is like really behind the scenes, like in the background kind of thing, the subconscious mind. So y'all really feel comfortable because that's your fourth house energy. When it comes out to your public persona, y'all feel comfortable working behind the scenes, but y'all feel like, I want to do this because I'm helping people. I want to be of service. I want to share my energy. I want to help people. I want to do this for somebody. Like you feel like you have to be working for someone and helping someone do something. That Virgo, be of service kind of energy. Virgo is the sixth house, about your daily activities, always working all the time. So you could also be a workaholic too. But generally, when it comes to your public persona, y'all are looked at as, this person really got his or her life put together. This person is very perfectionistic. This person is very critical too. So y'all definitely the type that will always be calling something out that's not right, calling something out that doesn't fit. Like in my older videos, low key, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even peep this until a couple series after I dropped the videos already. But y'all kept saying like I be smacking my lips and all that. I didn't even peep that until like I read all these comments. But y'all the type to watch videos like that, like, yo, that person is smacking his lips a lot. Let me talk about, yo, he's smacking lips all the time, yada yada. Like y'all always want to call out things that don't really make things like harmonious and perfect. Y'all are really into peeping all the details about everything because y'all came from an environment not being able to see the details like that. So understand that y'all can be looked at as very critical. Because you're critical on yourself, you're gonna be critical on everybody else. But knowing that you're very critical on people, knowing that you're very perfectionistic, knowing that you can be workaholic, people can perceive you as, yo, this person mad rigid, mad strict, mad critical and all that. Not knowing that your fourth house cusp, your IC is in Pisces, y'all generally have like an empathic heart. Like whatever y'all do, y'all put your like, you want to save and heal the world kind of energy into everything y'all do. So like when you're working for someone, you're actually thinking like, I'm really helping this person because this is what I feel like I'm supposed to do. I'm very empathic. I really put my emotions into this. But on the outside, it's like you're being mad critical, mad perfectionistic. You're being mad like OCD, but not behind the scenes. Y'all actually doing this because you're actually feeling empathy to whatever you're doing. So y'all really love doing what y'all do when it comes to being of service to people. On the outside, it might not look like it, but knowing deep down inside, y'all really actually, people won't really see this because of the criticalness that y'all do, but y'all really actually have a lot of empathy and a lot of like emotions that y'all put into your work. That's why you really care about the presentation. That's why you really care about how it looks, how it comes out to be. Y'all actually really have deep emotions to what y'all doing. So understand that, relax a little bit. Don't be so critical on others like that. But people will perceive you as, yo, this person's mad perfectionistic, mad OCD, or workaholic. Y'all be comfortable working in the background, but overall y'all want to be like of service and to help the world. So like even if you're working, like I said, cleaning service, even though that's not helping the world, when you're cleaning that house, you're like, I'm about to make this house squeaky clean because I'm really helping this person or helping better their life. Like you put your whole emotions into everything y'all do, but it comes off as like y'all very critical and very pessimistic, like very to the point. But y'all peep all the details and everything in your public life. So perfect job for y'all is being a researcher. Anything in the health field, because like Virgo is the 6th house, that's your health. Anything in the health field, anything that you have to do anything you have to be of service to people, anything that you have to like put your energy into helping someone and putting yourself out there and putting yourself like in a service position, that's what y'all be working best in. And y'all would do it. Y'all would do it wholeheartedly. Y'all would love doing it because it's like, I'm doing this because I love people. I love making things right. I love making things look good. I love making things perfect. Like I'm doing this because I love it. But on the outside, understand that on the outside, people are looking at you like, yo, this person is really on top of everything. This person is really like that criticalness is a big thing for this placement. Yeah, this person is really critical, especially at work. Like if you're a boss, you're gonna be looking at your coworkers, like looking at your workers, like you didn't do this perfect, you didn't do that right. You're gonna be really on top of that thing, but it's because you actually genuinely care about the work y'all do and how it's represented. Like y'all really care about what comes out and what y'all do for humanity kind of thing. Even if it's a small job that y'all working like behind the scenes, y'all really actually care and put your whole heart and indulge into that, because your 4th house cusp, your IC is Pisces. So when you go home after like a long critical day or after a long hard working day, y'all love that peace and serenity. Y'all just love being in like, y'all kind of like isolate yourself from the world after work is done. Like when the work is done, y'all go back in your home. You like go into your own reality now. You can relax a little bit. Like y'all love being able to work hard and then come home and just like relax and like not do nothing anymore, because y'all really put your all into your work a lot. So you can be workaholics, like I said, so be careful of that. But generally, y'all the best at being of service to people, helping people, finding what doesn't fit, making it perfect kind of thing. Y'all the best at like really being of service to humanity type thing. That's what y'all here to do. Because y'all came from an environment that was kind of hard to figure out, that was kind of hard to like understand what happened, y'all put a lot of focus when you go out to the work life. Like, all right, I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. I gotta make sure this is organized. I gotta make sure this is like how it's supposed to be kind of thing. So y'all be very perfectionistic when it's outside the house. So that's my video on Virgo midheaven. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is gonna be on midheaven in Libra. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real. If you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm gonna see all y'all when I see y'all. Peace.